John Cox, City Manager, continues the ascertainment phase of the franchise renewal process for the franchise issued to Comcast Cable Communications, begun on June 30th, 2005. During this process, and in keeping with the Massachusetts Cable Television Division suggestion, there will be a series of meetings in order to provide the opportunity for all interested parties to comment on the future cable-related needs of the city. Additionally, during this period, the city will examine the following, among other things: whether the cable operator has A, substantially complied with the material terms of the existing franchise, and with B, the quality of the operator's service, including signal quality, response to consumer complaints, and billing, but without regard to the mix of quality of cable services or other services provided over the system, has been in light of community needs. The operator has the financial, legal, and technical ability to provide the services, facilities, and equipment, and the operator's proposal is reasonable to meet the future cable-related community needs and interests, taking into account the cost of meeting such needs and interests. To those unfamiliar with cable television franchising, when reviewing a cable operator's proposal, we are expressly prohibited by FCC regulations from requesting specific programming, for example, the Golf Channel, and the price of service that's going to be covered. However, it is certainly within the scope of these proceedings to allow the public to comment on these issues. Additionally, the issuing authority shall notify the license applicant in writing of the date of the completion of these ascertainment proceedings. Further, before issuing a renewal license, the city will hold a meeting to allow for community involvement to comment on the renewal license. Due to a prior commitment, the city manager is unable to attend the meeting this evening, and his representatives tonight are myself, Jack Hall, the Cable Television Coordinator, and on my left, Assistant City Solicitor David Fenton. I've been asked by, would you like to add anything to that?
First of all, I think this is the second such ascertainment hearing. The first one was held on the 13th of July, and this hearing was advertised in the Lowell Sun on October 2nd and
13th.
I'm sorry, October, what was it?
6th and 13th.
6th and 13th, pardon me. Twice it was advertised. The purposes I think you've covered pretty well, Jack, in terms of the parameters of the hearing under the official regulations. I will say that as far as Comcast is concerned, that the subscribers do pay a cable access charge, which in turn comes back to the community and in turn benefits LTC, the Lowell Telecommunications Corporation, which provides local programming, and also it benefits the city and the school in providing educational television and municipal television, such as the broadcast of the school committee meetings and the city council meetings, which are held each and every week. I think that the purpose of this meeting is to encourage not only persons to appear and to give their testimony here or their thoughts here, but also to send us in, if you will, in writing, any comments that you may have. As Jack indicated, this is in essence a review of the existing contract. We're obliged by law to hold renewal process hearings to ascertain how Comcast has performed in the existing contract. The contract which began October the 11th of 2002 and which runs for 5 years and expires October 10th of 2007. which seems to be quite a ways away, but nevertheless, under the law, we're required to start this process soon enough so that there will be time to absorb and digest the comments and the evaluation of Comcast, and then in turn to enter into negotiations with Comcast with respect to achieving a new license. I think that's about all that I have to say at this time, Mr. Hall, and I will turn it back to you.
We're going to recognize Mr. Robert Carr from Comcast.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. Again, my name is Bob Carr. I'm the Government Relations Manager for Comcast, and I just want to acknowledge that we're here to listen to the residents of Lowell, both regarding our performance under the current license, as was indicated, and also what they feel their future cable-related needs are in relationship of their ability to pay for those as well. And I also want to acknowledge that we think that this ascertainment process and local franchising are very important parts of the ability of both the city and the cable company to come up with a franchise that does meet those cable-related needs. And we look forward to this hearing, and I'm sure there'll be other ascertainment hearings that will be held. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. We also have with us tonight Mr. Robert Haig, who is the Executive Director of Lowell Telecommunications Corporation, which the city contracts with as our public access corporation. Would you like to say anything tonight?
Quick comment and just a question. Do we have a projection for when we believe the ascertainment hearings may be closed, and how many more ascertainment hearings there may be at this point?
We don't have a projection as to when it will close.
Okay.
And but we intend to have certainly another one or two ascertainment hearings in which the Access Corporation can discuss what they'd like to see in the next contract, to give you your say.
I'll reserve the bulk of any comments that I might have tonight for that meeting, which I'm sure will be rather lengthy. The only other comment for you folks here is that as we've discussed informally outside of chambers, that we believe that by the end of next week we'll be finalizing the consultant and attorney who will be helping us in the negotiation process on behalf of Lowell Telecommunication Corporation with you folks in shaping some of the particulars that affect us.
Great, thank you. We have one member of the public who would like to say something tonight. Mrs. Allard, do you want to come on up to the microphone and...
Yes, my name is Donna Arledge, and I am a Comcast cable subscriber. And
do you reside in Lowell, Ms. Arledge?
Yes, I do. I live on...
Would you give us your address, please?
Sure. I live on 101 Fowler, Fowler Road, and that's Lowell.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome. And what I'm here to request that I would like to see the Hallmark channel be carried in the channel lineup in Lowell. It is advertised that it is on channel 66 in the Comcast channel lineup, but it's not. It's an RTP channel. 67 is the international channel, and 66 is our RTP. And I mean, and the Hallmark channel is carried in Chelmsford, Tewksbury, and the other communities. And when I called Comcast a few times, they told me that it was up to the community is the one that makes the decision about the channel lineups. So that's, I'm here making a request. I mean, it's a nice service, I think. It's a nice family channel, and I think I'd like to see more things like that available to the subscribers. And I'm very pleased with Comcast as far as a cable subscriber and their internet. I subscribe to the internet through Comcast, and I am very, very pleased. They're, even if we have like a power outage, I mean, it doesn't take days or hours to get back into the viewing process. I mean, I'm very happy with them. But I would like to see this as my request granted if possible.
Terrific. Thank you, Ms. Allage. As I said before, we can't request specific channels, we're prohibited from that, but, and we can ask for broad general categories, although I'm sure that that channel would fit in a broad general category. Go ahead, Mr. Carr, address that.
Well, I just wanted to elaborate on the young lady's comments and defend the city in one respect. That's not a city decision. You know, if one of our customer service reps did indicate that it was the city that chose the programming decisions, that's incorrect. Those are company decisions. However, we constantly review those programming offerings, and we'll certainly take the considerations of our subscribers into our decision-making process. But I want to acknowledge on the city's behalf that that is not a city decision.
Definitely. Thank you.
Since Ms. Olich has said that she's pleased with Comcast and that the service is good, maybe you can use that as a wedge to get her that program. Excuse me, would you, if you have comments, would you come to the mic just so that we can?
If a request like that is granted, does it take a long time for something like that to go through? Or I suppose I should be addressing that to the gentleman from Comcast.
And that's a fair question. I think, I certainly don't think that programming decisions occur quickly. And again, we're constantly reviewing the channel lineup. One of the, I'd have to research, exactly what we have on what particular channel, but I think if we have a particular channel, RTP, as you suggested, that's on channel 66, I'm sure that there's a reason for that, in that, there may have been numerous requests in the past for that particular channel. So to make a channel lineup switch is a very, very important part of the decision-making process of our operational scheme, in that channel capacity is somewhat limited. So if you do add something, many times you have to subtract something else. So it is a slow process. What I will look into right away, however, is your comment that it's being advertised as being on. If it's being advertised as being on, and it isn't on, then it shouldn't be advertised as such. Yeah, if the change does occur, though, in answer to one of your other questions, we are required both by Massachusetts law and by our existing franchise, if we do make a channel lineup change, we will notify you 30 days in advance.
Because even on the Hallmark channel, when you go and you do a search for the Hallmark, it's advertised, it is on channel 66 in the Lowell area. So it's...
Yeah, and I'm not disputing that. I mean, what I'm suggesting is that, most of our channel lineups off of particular head ends are consistent across the board. And if we've made a change in a particular channel in a particular community, it must have been in previous years that we received requests to do that, because that would be what we consider to be a unique channel and not one that's consistent across the board. So, but we'll certainly, you're taking the time to come here and indicate that you would like that is something that I'll carry back to our marketing people.
Do you think there's a good chance of it happening?
Again, that's not, there's so many factors that go into that decision, and that's not my decision, so it wouldn't be prudent for me to suggest one way or the other.
Okay, all right, thank you.
This is the cable television ascertainment hearing, and are you interested in? No. This is one of several hearings we hope to hold during the till we come to an agreement in regards to the franchise between the city and Comcast Cablevision. And since we don't have any more speakers, although finally we had someone from the public, an interesting one, If you have anything to add, Attorney Fenton?
Well, I would just point out the fact that probably at the next ascertainment hearing that a good part of it would be devoted to Mr. Haig and the Lowell Telecommunications affiliates and the nonprofit corporations that perhaps serve and use his facilities there in presenting local programming. In the past, we've had them come forward and speak with respect to their needs and also the quality of the service that they've received. So that would probably be a feature of the next ascertainment hearing. And that date will be advertised, and hopefully we will have the Lowell Sun run something that would be in addition to the legal notice in an effort to invite greater participation. But as I indicated, merely because the subscribers are not here in person does not mean that they cannot communicate with us through the telephone number that's published, and Jack Hall will give you that as well, and also the by means of the United States mail or fax or whatever is convenient for you to send in. We welcome those changes, and those would be incorporated into the record and the comments shared with Comcast as well. I'll turn it back to you, Jack.
Anyone that would like to comment on cable television in the city can write to me, Jack Hall, Cable Television Coordinator, Lowell City Hall, 375 Merrimack Street, Lowell, Massachusetts, 01852, or they can call 978-970-4271. That's 978-970-4271. And we will bring this particular proceeding, we'll continue this proceeding till the next time we meet. Thank you.